hacer una pregunta.
Dígame.
Yo no sé inglés, pero necesito saber el horario de las clases del...
El lunes nos vamos a juntar a las 8 o 10 o 12 o a las 2. Cualquiera pueden ponerse sus hijos con nosotros y ya en esa ocasión le vamos a decir más como direcciones a cuándo nos vamos a juntar, porque apenas estamos comenzando las maestras y yo. So, tenemos que hacer nuestro horario, pero ya para el lunes ya vamos a saber exacta a qué hora nos vamos a poner en ciencia y a qué hora se van a poner con lectura y con matemáticas.
Ajá. El horario exacto, ¿a qué horas puedo hacerlo el lunes?
El lunes a las 8 o a las 10, a las 12 o a las 2. Vamos a estar las tres juntas.
Ok. Y como el calendario de la escuela, ¿cómo se va a utilizar ahora?
Pues las 3 primeras semanas vamos a estar en la casa y estamos esperando oír más información de el superintendent. So, por lo principio, las primeras 3 semanas vamos a estar virtual learning.
Ajá. Sí, como lo que ellos van a utilizar, nada más, no, ¿cómo vas a ver en la escuela qué materiales van a llevar? Como los útiles escolares.
Ahorita no estamos pidiendo nada de útiles, nada de uniformes, hasta que la directora, señora García, nos digan más. Entonces ahí nos comunicamos con ustedes, pero para el momento no estamos pidiendo nada, nomás que tengan su iPad y que se pongan los niños diario que conversan con nosotros.
Okay. So, but we did say if they could have obviously something to write with and maybe a composition book or a spiral.
Sí, sí se puede. Sí puede comprarle al niño un journal y unos lápices nomás para que apunte las cosas que vamos a aprender durante las primeras 3 semanas, pero ya después ahí les decimos qué más va a necesitar.
Ok, está bien, sí, porque esa era mi pregunta, porque pues no sabemos nada. ¿Y usted cómo se llama? Disculpe.
Dígame.
¿Cómo se llama usted?
Oh, yo me llamo Miss Silva.
Selva, ok. Está bien, porque es que como yo me tengo que comunicar con alguien que sepa el español, porque yo no sé inglés.
Ok, no se preocupe. Si tiene más preguntas, me espera al final de la presentación, así para poder terminar. Gracias.
Gracias.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go over what Mrs. Silva just discussed. So first day of school, you're going to have we're going to have 4 different Zoom meeting links that you're going to log into the first day of school. So you'll have 4 different links. You'll have one for 8 o'clock, one for 10 o'clock, one for 12, and then one for 2 o'clock. And so, as we stated, if you'll make sure and sign in, sign that page that Mrs. Silva is putting in the chat and fill that out so that we can have notification.
Just go.
If you're struggling with that, if you're having a hard time opening that form, if you'll just please make sure to send that email address and your name and your child's name, text it to one of us, that'll be fine too. We prefer to have it in the film form so that we have it all in one place, but if there's technical difficulties with that, then please just text it to us.
And another question, ma'am?
Yes.
Do we have to log in on all 4 meetings or just one for the ones that we work? Because I'm gonna be at work on Monday, but I can log in and just on one meeting.
Right. You only have
On Monday?
You only need to attend one session.
Okay.
And And it's
parents
more
will.
specific for the students. It's not so much for the parents. It's
Okay.
for your child. So because Monday is the first day of school.
And they only need to log into one. Also.
Right. Only one.
It's going to
Okay.
be the same information being covered.
Okay.
And then the next one is just updates, and we'll send this to you of the different. So on here, the district has set up Canvas training. So they're having Canvas training. It started yesterday, all the way to August 20th, and at different times, 11 and 6 o'clock, and then on the 15th, which is tomorrow, 11 and 2 o'clock. And then they still have the digital learning playground that is online between now and when school starts. There's the help desk and just hotline. So just some various information as to what's going on to help you better transition to this new platform. And then just school supplies. We're not really asking for anything right now because pretty much what they're going to be using, especially these first 3 weeks, is their iPad at home. Everything's going to be turned in that way. The only thing that we did mention is you want to make sure that they have a comfortable area for them to work at, maybe a journal or a spiral, something to write with, just so that they can, for themselves, until they get used to working and turning everything in online, they have something in front of them to work with. But as far as when we come back, there is a district school supply list. If you're interested in that, to be honest, we're not really worried about that right now. We are going to be turning everything in online, so we're not too concerned about that. As far as uniforms, those students that are coming back, they are asking, but that's not a priority right now, I guess, so to speak. It's just making sure everybody's safe and healthy.
The only priority that I would have as a math teacher is at least a journal or some type of spiral for them to do their math work in, just because the fact that they do have to solve the problems that we're going to be covering. So it's difficult for them to do that online. So if they can at least have a journal for math, that would be great.
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, how many classes are we going to have? Like, what subjects?
You're going to get a copy of your schedule. On Monday. So you'll see all of your core content areas as well as the electives that you chose last year from what was available. And if you have any questions or concerns regarding your schedule, the counselors are the ones who can answer those questions regarding your schedule and choices that you selected for your electives.
And the middle, go ahead, I'm sorry.
We provided the schedule earlier so you can see the different periods that you're going to have, the time frame. So once you get your schedule, you'll know exactly where you need to be logging in, and you'll get those on Monday.
Like, for every class, we're going to need, like, a journal, so we could, like, write notes, because sometimes it's, like, not comfortable to write on the iPad.
I would suggest that you get whatever you feel help you to be set up for success. So if you feel that you need to be organized and have a journal for each core content, by all means, absolutely do that. However, if you cannot get journals for each core content right now, then we don't have that you have at least one so that you can stay organized, specifically with math and or any other notes that you're going to be taking for your content. Okay, so you know yourself best, right? So if you know that you need to take journal notes or you need to write things down in order for you to be able to process and remember the information, then by all means, do what you have to do to be successful.
Yes, and just so you know, now you're middle school, so Miss Ruffin is the middle school counselor. So any questions that you may have about your schedule, that would be who you reach out to. That would be Miss Ruffin. And then as far as class periods, you all will have your core content, which means you will all have science, you will all have social studies, math, and language arts. And so then as far as electives, some of you will have AVID, some of you will have UIL, some of you will have a choir or orchestra. Then of course you'll have PE and art. So, well, maybe not choir. I think it's orchestra is what it is. And then there's also academic mentoring. So those are going to be your electives, but you will have several class periods. I believe it's 6, right? I think it's 6.
I think it's 7.
No, 7. It's 7.
7.
7. We teach 6, but they have 7.
It's 4 classes, 2 electives, and PE.
Any questions?
Please sign into the Google Docs. I saw that 2 people are having a hard time. I'm not sure what else I can do or how I can send it to you. Maybe through a text message. Girls, what do y'all think? I'm not sure how to get this out.
Google Docs is where he would do attendance, correct?
I'm sorry?
Google Docs is where he would do the attendance.
No, that is Canvas.
Canvas.
Okay.
Just for today's presentation, we're asking you to complete the Google Doc for today's attendance for Meet the Teacher. But starting on Monday, their attendance will be tracked and documented through the Canvas platform.
Okay. Thank you.
And you cannot complete the Google form because you don't have Google set up. You at least type your student's name so that we can track who was in attendance today.
Oh, in the chat? That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And if you have an email, can you also include your email for us so that way we can email you this presentation as well?
Oh, maybe not in the chat because some people may not want that shared. But
Text. I was going to say where it says to everyone, you can change that to either Miss Gonzalez, Miss Silva, or Mrs. Robles, and then that way we get your contact information only, and you're not contact information for everybody to see. Just change it to either the host, Miss Silva, or myself, Mrs. Robles, and then that way your contact information stays private.
I have a question.
yes.
So Monday, he only has to log to one of the meetings. He has to log in since the morning all day, like from 8 to 3.
The sessions are going to cover the same information. However, Canvas obviously is a new system that is going to take some time to learn. So what may be beneficial is if they sit through the first session and they still have questions or they're still having, if there's still a little confusion, I would strongly recommend that they log into another session because maybe hearing it a second time, being exposed to the language of the words that we're going to use as we go through Canvas might a second time somebody else presented. So they can log in as many times as they want because we're going to cover the same information. But the more that they have exposure to Canvas, the faster it's going to be you know,